Welcome back to the Mail-In Podcast. I'm your host, Dylan Shivery, coming to you live from the Lodge in Austin, Texas. Back this week is Sally DeFries. What's up, Sal?
Have I been gone for a month?
You've been gone for a minute.
I think it's been a month.
Has it?
Been on, yeah.
I know you were here for the November 5th episode. We got that clarified recently.
It is December 10th.
Yeah.
Sorry
Wow.
for my absence.
It's okay. You're here now.
Tis the season.
You're a busy gal. We get it. How you been?
Been good.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's good. That's good.
I feel like you're holding back.
I am holding back, but I'm not going to share what happened to me on Monday.
Now you have to.
Yeah, you have to.
I got in a wreck on Monday, and
Sally
it was
got in a
awful.
car accident.
I've been dealing with that. So,
Are you sore?
yes, I'm very sore. I haven't heard about my car yet. I think it's totaled. So, if you have any wrecks for a midsize SUV, let me know. I need a new car.
Well, we're happy you're okay.
Thank you.
No scary.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
I'm happy
That's all
everyone's
that matters.
okay.
Yes. Your husband's here, too. He's
Uh-huh.
on the board today. What's up, Will?
At Will DeFries,
Okay. How you been, man?
Mr. Perfect Game.
Dude, stop saying that. You put too much pressure on yourself.
I mean, last time you said that, we were all in the room together. You didn't record it, so
Everyone's mics are on, and everyone's audio is being imported to the memory card. So I don't have too many fears here. I'm feeling good about you guys today.
you're throwing a perfect game, but it's still the first inning. You know what I mean?
True.
Okay.
True. But you're like when your favorite pitcher's towing the slab, and he goes like 1, 2, 3 in the first inning. You always have it in your mind. It's like, ooh.
No one thinks that after the first inning.
I do.
That's crazy.
When Verlander was pitching for the Tigers, every time he got through the first inning, which wasn't very often,
It's usually like the 7th. People start to the buzz picks up.
if there's no hits in the 5th, like you're texting your boys like, hey, get to a TV.
You're barely halfway through. Psh. Anyway. Psh.
we need to shave your sweater.
I know. I got some pilling going on.
Wait, is that a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have little machines.
Actually, real quick plug, great gift for somebody. It's like $20 on Amazon as a sweater shaver. Because you can get like a actual, is it a comb? What is it? Like the ones that
The
y'all
little
used to
tiny
have.
like free things that you get from
Yeah.
like tailors and stuff.
But you
All
can
my
get
homies
like an
shave their
electric
sweaters.
Yeah.
one, and they're
Shave sweaters,
great.
not faces.
We have an electric one, and it's great for like our couch pills and stuff. You can use it on everything.
This is new information to me.
It looks weird. It looks like a product that you would use on your skin, but it's a product that you just use on
There's
couches
a
and
specific
sweaters.
one that I use, but last time I handed out links, I didn't get even an affiliate. So I'm going to let Brett set up an affiliate link for me. And if you want to know what sweater shaver it is, we'll figure it out.
You could use a Manscaped.
For what?
No, because you need a guard so that
They have guards.
No, but it needs to be like almost like a strainer. So the little
Yeah.
tiny balls of stuff, they
I
get
see.
caught
Yeah.
in that, and then it clips it. You
I
need like
see.
it's
Okay.
a different kind of guard.
and then it stores it. And then it's honestly one of the most satisfying things you can do is shaving a sweater.
I actually disagree. I kind of hate it. So
Learned something new today.
yeah.
Hey,
I'll
I forgot
send
my
a video.
laptop today, so that's cool.
I never have laptops, so phone gang
Yeah,
over
but
here.
I'm kind of hosting this thing, and it's helpful to have a computer in front of me.
cares?
But I do have my phone.
That's big.
Never leave home without that. All right, folks. Before we get into it, we have a hotline number: 888-362-MAIL. That's MAIL. 888-362-6245. You can also write in at the link in the Twitter bio. That's at Mail-In Podcast. We have, I believe, 6 questions today, 2 of which are voicemails. If you guys are ready, we can jump right in.
Let's do it.
Will?
Hey, gang. Do you guys think that a new partner can be too good in bed? I was dating a new lady recently, and on the 3rd date, we did the deed. It was great, and we kept seeing each other for a few more weeks. However, I couldn't get it out of my head how casual, experienced, and good she was. I think this caused the relationship to fizzle out as I wasn't comfortable discussing it with her. What are your thoughts? Am I a prude, insecure guy that needs to get over it? Are these thoughts valid? Bye.
Did he say the new lady? Did he just fuck up on the first question? Because I feel like if we run it back, he started saying la,
Will?
and then he said new lady.
Top of the second. You get a
Nah.
double to the gap.
Nah, no one heard that.
Okay. Too good in bed. I don't think anyone has ever said this about me. Hopefully I'm wrong.
What qualifies as like too good in bed in your book? It's like not fumbling around. Like
I think what he's saying, without saying it
she's just
directly,
got good moves.
I
Like
think what he's saying is he's a little bit worried that she's been around a little bit.
I
And-
get that. I'm
okay.
just saying like
Like what's it like?
like for me, I'm like, I don't.
she was just really enthusiastic,
like
I don't know.
aggressive and like just straight to the point, and like I don't even know. When I read this question, I was like, what would be the behavior that would qualify someone for me being like, whoa, you've been here?
Yeah, I don't know what.
I guess it's just a feeling you get. I don't know.
What quality makes someone like really good? I don't know.
I mean,
just, she knows what she's doing. Well, good for her and him until he let it go.
like,
but I think just enthusiasm mostly. Probably.
Maybe she took the blowjob class that we took in Vegas with Heidi.
Maybe she took the blowjob class and she's really good at it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know what that. I don't know. I just don't know. But yeah, I think he's just concerned that maybe she's learned some things along the way and it's been a long road.
Maybe she just watches a lot of porn.
Maybe she's just naturally gifted.
Maybe she's just naturally
she's just
gifted.
sultry.
Maybe she just likes to get around. And that's okay,
yeah,
too.
who cares?
Yeah.
To me, I'm like, this is just so not something that's on my radar.
Yeah.
And maybe it's because I haven't hooked up with a lot of people.
And if this happens to me, I'm like,
What'd you say?
Yeah, it's totally not on Sally's radar.
way to go, Will.
No, but I'm saying like, I don't know. I definitely was not with it. Like, I don't know. Well, you're great. I
Yeah,
love
thank you
so much.
Thank you.
But every time we hook up as a married couple, I'm not like, wow, do you think he's been around the block a lot? Like,
Yeah.
I just don't.
I'll say it. This guy needs this. I understand why this thought crossed his mind, but like, dude,
He's being insecure.
Yeah, he's being
Enjoy it.
insecure.
This is definitely coming
Enjoy
from a
it,
place
dude.
of insecurity.
yeah. You definitely know the difference between an experienced person and an inexperienced person, but I don't think it's fair to say that like somebody who's so good is like I don't think they should be shamed for being good in bed, even if it has been a quote long road for them. Like some
But
No, enjoy
also,
it.
like,
yeah,
how
there's
do
some
you
people that are just more comfortable doing certain things,
Right.
and
This
like
girl
she
could
just might
just be-
be super comfortable.
totally confident in her body, and like maybe that's what's making her seem like she's, what did he say, too good. Like he never confirmed like she's been with like 80 people or something, right?
Right. He's
He's
putting
guessing,
putting
and then he
theories
got in
together.
his head about it. And even if like she's been with 80 people, like, I mean, I guess you got to figure out what you're comfortable with. Personally, I'm not comfortable with like STDs, but like we don't know
It's good.
that she, has even been with that many people or like has a reason to make him panic. She just might be like confident and good at sex.
He says he wasn't comfortable discussing it with her.
But he's comfortable letting it totally ruin a relationship because he got in his head about it.
If you were to broach the subject, how do you do it? How do you bring this up? You're like, hey, where'd you learn that? I mean, what do you say? It's like, God, you're good at this. Like this. Let's fucking go. Tell me more about this. Like
I don't know. I don't think you can broach it because honestly, until you are in a relationship and you have the conversation of like, how many people have you been with? Whatever. You can't really ask her like, hey, I noticed you're really good.
Yeah.
And want to know where you learned that. That's pretty offensive.
How common is how many people have you been with conversation amongst couples?
100%.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I think so.
I can guarantee you it's not 100%.
Well, obviously not, but I'm saying I think you get to a certain point in every relationship where you're like,
I mean, I don't think you need to be like, oh yeah, I've been with 12 people over my lifetime, but I think the relevant ones need to be known.
I agree with
the
that.
most recent
Well, yeah.
ones, like how long has it been? How many people you slept with since like your last serious relationship? Like that kind of stuff matters.
Will and I do a breakdown with like charts and everything every time.
Sounds terrible. I would rather.
Just kidding.
I think it's more important in a relationship to know their dating history as opposed to their sexual history.
Yes.
Like sexual history, like who knows? Like things get messy. People have done really dumb stuff, like drunkenly, that they regret. Whether it's making out with somebody, whether it's having sex with somebody. Like you make mistakes, but if I kind of want to know if somebody that I'm recently dating just got out of like a
Has
4-year
some baggage.
relationship, and it's like, okay, I might have to confront some of this down the line. But as long as you're like clean and not cheating on me, in my opinion, it's like, okay.
But I'm not asking you to recount every sexual exploit, but like I feel like most of my friends, etc., like know that maybe their partners had a one-night stand or like used to hook up with someone casually or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like you have an idea.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
it wouldn't
they're a
bother me-
virgin or they've slept with every
Yeah.
person they've ever come across, you know?
It's not going to bother me unless it's just an astronomically high number. But even then, I think I would probably figure that out before, like, I had to ask.
Right. Well, I think the only time for me that like the number really like gets concerning is you're just like, oh, you're not discerning about anything. Like you
Right.
just sleep with anything that walks.
Yeah.
And then
that's
you're
not-
like,
that's not a good
to me,
look.
that's like, that is more of an issue because you're like, do you even like me or are you just like
Yeah.
having sex with me because you'll sleep with anything with a heartbeat? Like, that's, I think, where, I don't know, that issue comes into play.
Can I bring up a way that he could possibly just like could have brought this up with her
Sure.
and hope that she goes down this road? I don't think
Sure.
she would offer up like information that would be incriminating, but I think you could just tell her like you're hands down the best person I've ever been with. And then all of a sudden, like you could just like, I mean, if she wants to offer up any information, she can, like, or she just gets even more confident and all of a sudden your life is literally awesome.
Yeah.
I just don't
think
see-
that's a nice
The,
compliment.
the logistics of everything just don't really seem to matter as long as you like them and you're enjoying
Yeah.
yourself.
I kind of want to know how many girls this guy's been with. 'Cause
Right.
What's the comparison like? Are you comparing it to 3 girls?
Yeah.
Or
Like if you're comparing
50?
it to like your girlfriend that you were with for 9 years and y'all slept together in high school for the first time, like, yeah, it's probably different than that. You know?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Anybody's going to
Yeah.
be different than that. Like,
I don't know the level of unease he should be feeling because it's what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah.
If any. I mean,
I get the concern, but I think that letting that be at the forefront of your mind, you're really robbing yourself of
Some great-
potential
especially without
relationship,
getting to
but-
know her
great
and like
sex.
letting,
and some great sex. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying that like this guy should just like go sleep with everyone who's got like a history and some moves, but like, I mean, if you like the girl, just do it. Who cares?
yeah. Enjoy that ride.
It's a great problem to
Play.
have for this guy.
Yeah, things could be worse for you, sir.
Well, but it sounds like it already fizzled out, so
Yeah.
maybe he fucked it up.
Yeah.
You can refizz.
Yeah. You can just do yeah.
But how do
Hey,
you
how you
be
been
like,
lately?
sorry I ghosted you. I thought you slept with too many people.
Sorry, I ghosted you. Your sex was too bomb.
No one's doing that.
It
Yeah.
scared me
Very
how
few
good you
people
were.
are just ghosting because the sex is
You
too
worried
good.
me how bomb the sex was.
Yeah.
I wish I would have heard this episode of Mail-In when I was like younger and been like, God, it's because I'm like too hot and like too good at making out with people that he won't call me back.
Too good at making out. Oh boy.
Oh Lord. Man, you know what I like after just being good in bed because
A
I'm just
romp
so
sesh?
parched?
Is this about Liquid IV?
I love a good Liquid IV. I love Liquid IV in general. You guys know this. I've said it before and I'll say it again. We have an entire cupboard dedicated to Liquid IV at our apartment. I enter that cupboard every single day. And the cooler weather makes it easier to miss signs of dehydration like overheating or perspiration, which means it's even more important to keep your body properly hydrated. With 1 stick of Liquid IV and 16 ounces of water, you get 2 to 3 times the amount of hydration as plain water. Think about that.
It's a multiplier. It's a hydration multiplier. It's what it does.
We're at a point in the year when this stuff could not be more important. Flu season,
COVID season.
COVID season. You got to support your immune system with increased hydration and essential vitamins. It's perfect for staying hydrated on the holiday, flights, long road trips, anything. Especially road trips. If you can drink a little bit less water, fluid, but get some more hydration, you ain't
Yeah.
gonna have to pee as much.
That's a great point.
Big. They also have some new flavors: guava, watermelon, apple pie. I tried the apple pie yesterday.
Oh, I haven't tried the apple pie yet. I was actually really excited about that seasonal flavor.
The apple pie tastes so much like apple pie that it kind of blew my mind. And I wasn't sure how to feel about it because I was like, I've never drank apple pie before. Sure enough, it tastes really good and
Well, like,
refreshing.
Like
I need
a
to try
cider
that.
situation or
Kind
like,
of.
okay.
But it's such an apple pie flavor that
Okay.
it's like,
I'm going to have one today after this
indistinguishable.
podcast.
Yeah, I need to check it out.
Yep.
You know your boy loves apple pie.
I know your boy loves apple pie.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It contains 5 essential vitamins, more vitamin C than an orange, and as much potassium as a banana. Do you guys know the periodic table element stuff for potassium?
Ooh.
Its letter is K.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll just stop.
Do you want to try to do
It's a cat ion. That means it's a positive ion.
Okay.
Cool.
Dork.
Nerd. They also have CTT cellular transport technology. It's the optimal ratio of glucose, sodium, and potassium that delivers water and nutrients into the bloodstream. It's the perfect balance to help you hydrate more quickly and effectively than water alone. Liquid IV is available nationwide at Walmart in the beverage section, or you can get 25% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use mail-in at checkout. That's 25% off anything you order when you use the promo code mail-in at liquidiv.com. Get better hydration today at liquidiv.com. Promo code MAILIN. You guys want me to jump right into this next one?
Thank you, King. Yes, please.
Hey, Kings. I'll try to keep this tactical. A couple months ago, I started talking to a girl I used to work with in college. She has a 4-year-old and says that her ex-best friend... She has a 4-year-old and says that her ex is her best friend and considers his family to be her family and always will. They hang out together almost every week, and this weekend she made an entire spread for him and his friends on his birthday. I'm not okay with this type of behavior, and it seems like she is not over him regardless of whether or not they are sexually intimate. My question is, would you be okay with this from someone you're dating, or would you feel really disrespected by that?
I feel like this is right up my alley.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Parks' mother and I are still very she didn't clarify, or he didn't
about
clarify.
her, yeah.
But this is the child's father, right? The other one, the ex.
The ex is the child's father, yeah.
So,
Do you think that somebody wrote this about you?
no.
I'm just kidding.
Because Dallas and I are close, but we're not this close.
Yeah,
But when if I'm starting to date somebody, starting to talk to somebody, and they just ask me questions about, obviously I have a son and I've been married and all that. They ask me questions, and I'm very upfront. Like, yeah, my ex and I, we get along very well. We do we do a dinner together, the three of us, like once every couple of months probably. And there is literally, it's a flat line in the fillings department, but we're very good friends. So I do have to explain that. We're not even close to not nearly as close as these people seem to be.
So
however,
Dallas isn't making you a spread for your birthday?
No.
Yeah.
No, she'll send me a text that says, "Happy birthday, you're
There
a
you
good
go.
dad."
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So I think what I'm trying to say is it is possible to be close with an ex and have zero emotions behind it, like romantic feelings.
Right.
They're very close, though.
This is too close for comfort.
It is a little close for comfort.
Yeah. Here's what I think, and correct me if I'm wrong here, Dylan. Like, it's a little close for comfort, but I don't really feel like it's this guy's position to tell her that. Like, she's probably always going to be like that with her. Especially
because there's a kid involved. That's a
kid.
Total game changer.
Right. Like, it's her child's father, and she's really close with his family. Like, that's probably not going to change.
Yeah.
And it's going to take someone who's incredibly comfortable with that. And that doesn't seem to be this guy. And it's probably not a lot of guys, to be honest. So she's either going to find the guy that, like, she's going to drop everything for and maybe hang out with the ex's family and ex less, or she's going to be in this pattern of being super close to the ex and his family and what he's saying, like, possibly still in love with him. And unfortunately, like, as much as you like her, that's not really his position to, like, get in between that.
Right. That's a family. I mean, that's a family dynamic.
Right.
I mean, even though they aren't together and they would never be married again, that's still like a little family unit. And for you to try to, like, wedge your way between is not cool. For the kid's sake.
Yeah.
For the kid's sake, you know.
I agree with everything you're saying. Can I ask one question about this?
Yeah.
Like, should he be annoyed with this guy? For, like, if I was in this position and I was the guy dating the girl and felt uncomfortable, part of me the entire time would just be like, dude, can you just move on to somebody else so that, like, they can throw you a birthday party instead of, like, your ex throwing you a birthday party?
Yeah.
Like, I still think that, like, if you want her at the birthday party, but she shouldn't be the one doing it for everybody. Like, at some point you have to have some type of separation if you're seeing somebody, but also this guy said it's only been a couple months. Like, I understand this is a hurdle to get over and it probably isn't going to go away. Like, a couple months isn't long enough for her just to, like, derail her relationship with the person that's the father of her child.
Yes.
So,
right. But to me, it seems like I'm more of the, like, on the camp of this guy should just cut his losses and move on, because I don't feel, by the way he's explaining, that this girl's in a position to, like, give her time to a significant other and also, like, her child's father and his family. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's not giving off the vibe that she's going to change, and unless he's super comfortable with this, and I think that that's probably really hard to find for this type of relationship. I think what you and Dallas have is, like, totally different, whereas like you have a very mutual respect and are friends, but like I don't think there's any question that somebody's dating you who would be like,
Yeah.
you think him and Dallas are still having a thing? Like
Yeah,
that's clearly
there's
not.
no question about that.
And so I think this seems a lot more undefined, and I don't think that like that's a really messy situation to get involved in when there's like not clearly defined what's the word I'm looking for?
Boundaries?
Like boundaries of like, okay, I'm close with them, they're part of my child's life, but
Yeah.
there seems to be a little mixing
Yeah,
of that.
so Dallas has hopefully she doesn't mind me saying this. She has a boyfriend. And whenever she posts something that's like that I'm in, and like, he's such a great father, whatever, which is very nice of her to say. I always do like kind of wonder like how he feels about her saying this about me.
Yeah.
Even though we're not nearly, like I said, not nearly as close as these people seem to be.
Yeah.
But it's, and he seems to be fine with it. I mean, I think he's a pretty confident guy, and he knows, they communicate well and all that stuff. But so for me to question how he thinks about us, I can totally understand how this, which just seems to be a much more severe case of
Right.
what I'm talking about, how it could be bothersome and be like, I don't want to say red flaggy because it could be completely innocent and all that, but
Well, the way that I look at you in Dallas is that, and I've spent enough time with you guys to I have a good idea of the situation at hand. Is that you guys are very pragmatic and realistic about every situation, it seems like, and it seems like you guys do it with Parks in mind the entire time. And even if you were in this situation, I don't think it is. This is not an inappropriate situation, but I understand why it would bother somebody. But it's not inappropriate enough to like make a stink over and like ruin your life over. I think if it's still there in a couple months and it's still just bugging you, it's probably not going to go away.
Right.
But,
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
I don't think someone in the outside, if somebody was dating you or Dallas, just something like that, like if they got upset about that, I might tell you like, yeah, you should probably cut them out because
Right.
if, like you guys are handling this better than I could ever even dream of handling a situation like that.
But the way he's saying like, or would that feel really, or would you feel really disrespected by that? Feels like he's feeling really disrespected by it. And if he's not able to cope with this, like why stick around for several more months to watch more of this happen? In my opinion, maybe like he gains more of her trust and like they become more of a unit versus like the girlfriend and the
But you
father.
don't want them. You don't want to become more of a unit because you want that kid to be with his dad. You know.
I know. I'm just saying, like, for me, in his position, the guy who asked the question's position, like, he clearly has a problem with her making a spread for this dude's birthday. Like, is he really gonna confront her about it? Like, he clearly feels disrespected about it. It doesn't seem like he is in the position to like continue dating a girl who has this type of situation.
Yeah, is it really your place to like speak up on the matter? Like, I don't
Right.
know. I mean, because
And you could stick around and maybe it's not that big of a deal and it won't happen again. But for me, I'm like, this is going to always exist. So you have to figure out, am I comfortable and we're going to move on, or I'm not comfortable and I'm going to move on from this girl? That's what I think.
yeah, that's the right answer. You gotta ask yourself if this is something you can handle in the long run.
Right.
But
And
like,
if you can't,
do you
then
really want a random like ex showing up with a party sub to your crib?
no,
Exactly.
no. I get it.
No,
Like,
I know.
I get
just-
why he's upset, but I'm saying it doesn't seem like this girl understands, the girl he's writing about understands that that's kind of a weird move.
Yeah,
Right.
this girl has so much more of an allegiance to her previous relationship that she has a child with that like, and this guy's got to get over it.
Yeah.
I'm saying get over it, like move past the
If
girl.
he can't get over,
don't
if he
hate that.
can't accept what's going on, then he needs to be like, look, I think I need to remove myself from the situation. I'm not comfortable with your relationship with your ex, and then that'll kind of puts the onus on her to explain,
Right.
and either she wants to make you feel better about it and assure you that there's nothing going on there, or you have your answer, and she's like, okay, see ya.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a great call.
Yeah.
Let's do the next one.
Let's
We
do the
crushed
next
it.
one. We got a voicemail.
Hey, Wash Media, I need a little advice from you guys. So, the other day, I matched with this girl on Tinder. We decided, go out, have a few drinks. So we went downtown, got a little sloshed, and we went back to my place, and, we get a little freaky. And she tells me, like, oh, you don't have to wear a condom. I'm on birth control. So I'm like, oh, hell's bells, let's go. You know, we do our thing. Today, she sends me a Venmo request for the Plan B. And she's telling me, like, yeah, you know, you did that without a condom, and I need you to get me some birth control so I can, you know, not have a kid. But not birth control. She wants me to get her some Plan B. And so, like, she said she was on birth control. Why should I have to pay for Plan B? Like, am I getting punked here? Is she just trying to, you know, stiff me for $50? What do you guys think? Love you. Bye. Go Steelers.
There's a follow-up email that further explains.
Hey, I just thought I'd clarify something. I'm the guy who called about the birth control thing. So she wanted me to buy her Plan B because she told me she was on birth control. I come to find out today, no, she's not actually on birth control. She lied to me, but now she wants me to pay for Plan B. Like, I don't have to pay for that, right? Like, she pays for that. She's a liar, right? I don't know. What do you guys think? Love you. Bye.
Okay. That answered one of my questions.
Yeah.
Because
It was necessary to follow up.
I will say this.
She's trying to get some beer money.
No.
This is how she gets
No,
walking around.
I know
money.
people who are like would be on birth control and have sex and still take Plan B because they were just like psychotic. So I was like,
Right.
she's just doubling
That
up.
makes sense, honestly. If you
No,
can
I get it.
If you can afford it and you're okay with doing that to your body, like, I would never blame a girl from doing that and just taking extreme caution.
Yeah, yeah.
There are a lot of things going on that I want to comment on. First
Yeah.
of all, don't have unprotected sex on a first
Ever,
date.
just don't do it, people.
No, yeah. You go get.
Because even if you think she might be on birth control, et cetera, like, what if she calls you 2 months from now, is like, whoops, didn't take a pill, it turns
Yeah.
out I'm pregnant,
Yeah.
or whoops, had an STD. Like,
Exactly. Unprotected sex on a first date is so reckless. So reckless for several reasons. Look, it's $50, man. Like, it's $50. I don't think you spend too much time dwelling on all this. I think you just get rid of the problem and pay $50 and move on with your life.
is Plan B only $50? I thought it was more expensive.
Pretty sure it's $50, and
I thought it went down in price.
maybe I don't know.
In Trump's administration? Probably not.
I think it's $50.
Hold on, I'm gonna look it up, but keep going.
I can already see the thread talking about how Dylan just bought Plan B. No,
I honestly, I feel like the cost has probably gone up. Let me look.
I thought it went down for some reason. I remember someone saying something on like a TV show, me being like $20. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
either way, it's not expensive.
Cheaper than a kid.
It's cheaper
It's cheaper than a kid.
by hundreds of thousands of dollars. Yes.
Yes.
And
I'm
if-
never talking to this girl again.
No.
Never talk to her again. But FYI, if this happens, you can get a $10 off coupon on Plan B, onestep.com that I'm currently on.
This would piss me off so much that if I saw her like having coffee with another dude at a coffee shop, I might walk by and be like, "She's a psycho. Watch out!" Like, this pisses me off.
Well, it's
This
alarming.
is manipulative.
It's alarming that on a first date she basically talked to
It is
guy.
$49.99.
Okay, there you go.
I for some reason thought it was like $64. I don't know why.
It's alarming that she talked to first date into
Seems a
having
little
unprotected
specific,
sex with her. What did I miss?
Will said that me calling it $64 was too specific. Okay, well,
Oh, okay. Like I was saying, it's alarming that she talked a guy into having unprotected sex on her first date. Because to me, that's like this
red
is,
flag number one.
To me, that's like, yeah, she doesn't like to have protected sex, safe sex, and she's willing to do it with me on the first time. That's a little alarming.
Let me just say, if they're not having protected sex, they're definitely not doing the COVID reverse cowgirl wearing your mask sex.
The St. Olaf Ole's.
The one.
No kissing during sex
Yeah.
rules.
Yeah. Isn't that like all over college campuses is like how to have safe COVID sex?
Yeah.
Reverse cowgirl. Wear your mask.
Because
like,
they know saying please don't have sex isn't going to work. So,
So-
they're taking the safest route.
do you think a single person in the United States has worn a mask during sex?
Yes.
Really?
A single person?
Well,
of
I guess
course.
you're right.
Yeah, for sure.
There's probably like a little like kinky like subgenre of porn. That's,
Oh,
like,
there's probably
into it.
like, I mean, there's
You know what
probably
I
like a
mean?
Craigslist, like, you know, the Craigslist casual encounters thing that people do?
Yeah.
Like, there's probably people there that are just straight doing, like, they're not trying to get a relationship and they're probably just,
COVID sex?
yeah, COVID sex.
Yeah.
Here's a question for you guys.
Okay.
Say that he likes this girl and they wanted to like, or say that you like someone and you keep hanging out with them but you had a slip up early in the relationship. Are you supposed to split the Plan B, or is one party supposed to foot the bill over the other party?
I think here's what I think about this. I agree with you. It's $50. Like, as a broke college kid, probably $50 feels like a lot. I don't know where this guy is in his life. But like you said, it's less than having a child. So just keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
This girl, I totally agree with what y'all said too. She's crazy. Goodbye. Never talking to her again.
Yeah.
If it's like a girl that, you maybe got a little too drunk and y'all had unprotected sex, but like you like her, I think offering to pay for it, especially if she says it like, yeah, absolutely. And if she wants to split, great. You do it and then you like move on so that the next time you have sex, you're like, hey, we're going to use a condom this time. Like, I think offering to pay for it is the nice thing to do. I think splitting it is absolutely like probably the best option. But at the end of the day, like, technically this dude is not responsible for paying for her Plan B, but also like you might be responsible in 9 months when she has a child. So, and she can take your ass to court. So like,
yeah. The upgrade and how it feels versus condom versus not is not worth all the drama.
It's not worth having a kid with some girl that's having a one-night stand and lying to you.
yeah,
Well, that's part of the drama I mentioned. Just
latex allergy.
just strap up.
Can I give one compliment to Plan B? Whoever decided to name it Plan B crushed it.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's an approachable name. It doesn't sound too aggressive.
We used to call it the morning after pill, and that went away when Plan B was like, nah, it's called Plan B now.
I think, morning after pill makes it sound like you did something real bad the night before. Plan B, it's just like, hey, Plan A didn't work
we
out.
got you.
Going to Plan B.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's nice to offer, but he doesn't really owe this girl anything. But
She lied to him.
also
She
like she
deceived
lied to him like hopefully she fucking took the Plan B. Like, we don't know. She's a crazy person, which is just be a lesson. Don't sleep with somebody on the first date and not wear a condom.
It would be funny / fucked up if she was just stiffing this guy for $50.
I mean, that's also fucked up.
Yeah.
But like, again, you can't trust people. Like, bring your own
People are
condoms.
sketchy.
Like, we don't even know if she's poking holes in condoms. I'm just saying,
man.
like,
People doing that for real.
yeah,
Don't do that.
this is the first rule in anesthesia, and it should be the first rule in any sex life. Don't fucking trust anybody on the first date. Just don't. Don't trust anybody. You got to take care of you until y'all are in like a relationship and you care about her and you trust her. But like, you trust somebody day one, you after a drunken encounter, they're a wild card. You have no idea what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But I mean, at the same time, this is a trash move by this girl, and he technically doesn't know her shit.
But I would get rid of the problem for the cheap price of $50.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Be pragmatic. Get rid of it. Never speak to her again.
Yeah. We'll talk tushy.
Yeah, you need to wash this girl out of your life just like you need to wash anyway. This holiday season, or holiday season, some are calling it, may your home be filled with joy, and may your butthole be as clean as the fresh driven snow. Thanks to Hello Tushy.
Love a good clean butthole, you know.
Don't get stuck with that post-Turkey Day disaster.
Oh.
You don't want to wake up on Christmas morning with presents that just you don't even want anymore.
I don't want that image in my head.
Protect your pipes with a Hello Tushy bidet. For years, bidets have cost thousands of dollars and are available only to the richest of a-holes. From the Hello Tushy modern bidet attachment, it's here to democratize the blessings bestowed by bidets and offer clean buttholes to everyone. Hello Tushy attaches to your existing toilet with no electricity or additional plumbing needed and cleans your butt with precise streams of fresh water, all for just $79. And your Hello Tushy will cut toilet paper use by 80%. That's a lot of money out there.
We're going green.
Yep, we're going real green. So it pays for itself simply by how much you save. With Hello Tushy, you don't wipe it all. The Hello Tushy is your new hands-free butt buddy. Every Hello Tushy bidet attachment comes with a 60-day free happy butt guarantee and a 12-month warranty. 60 days and 12 months. Think about that. It's a long time. Give that thing a whirl. Stop wiping your butt and start washing, and join millions of happy Hello Tushy customers right now. Plus, Hello Tushy is the perfect gift for the holidays. Get 10% off plus free shipping right now at hellotushy.com/mailin. That's hellotushy.com/mailin. For 10% off and free shipping, hellotushy.com/mailin.
Thank you, Will.
Here's the next one. Dill, Sally, and producer Dave. A little insulting.
Should have changed that,
okay.
my bad.
I recently began dating one of my closest friend's little sisters, and we mutually decided to keep it a secret for the time being until it becomes more serious. First, in context, my friend and I have been friends since kindergarten, and our parents are close friends as well. His sister is 4 years younger, so while I've known her for a long time, she never rolled with our friend group, nor as a romantic interest growing up. She recently graduated from college and moved to my city. We matched on a dating app, and things escalated from there. Is this a trash move to date my friend's sister? Are we handling this the right way or being deceitful by keeping this private? My intentions are honest, but I'm concerned he'd think otherwise given that I haven't been serious with any girl in the past few years. Love the pod. Thanks for your input.
How are you going to say your intentions are honest when you're keeping this from your quote-unquote close friend?
Fair.
You fucked up. In my opinion, you fucked up. I don't think there's a huge problem with dating your friend's sister, but to keep it from him, that's the fucked up part. You can't do that. You need him to sign off on the relationship. And I get it. It's early. You don't even know if it's going anywhere at this point. I understand that. But to keep it from him is not cool. That is my official opinion.
I disagree with you.
Really?
This is just classic rom-com shit. I love it. I'm psyched for this dude.
Yeah, and in those rom-coms, there's always a fisticuffs situation when the guy finds out.
I don't think the friend's going to be really that upset. Here's what I think.
Oh, you are so wrong.
Okay. I think he needs to put it in the hands of the sister and be like, I think that whenever you're ready to like tell your brother and family about this, that I am ready. But you got to let her be the one to lead. Because it's like her family, her brother, etc. And it's going to come better coming from her than it is coming from him. But also, I think there is a reason to do this, because if it's your best friend and you're dating his little sister, you also like, along with all that comes a lot of pressure. Like, you grew up with this girl, and even though they weren't close, they were 4 years apart, like your families know each other, that puts like a lot of pressure on shit that like, you don't really want that at the beginning of a relationship that you don't know is going to go anywhere or not. So for me, I'm like, yeah, keep it like, if your real intention is like keeping it secret so y'all can like have your relationship flourish so that like later on that you can like be a strong couple and that's your intention, great. If you're like embarrassed, that's not great. Maybe you need to like move on, but it sounds like his intentions are good. I think you let the girl lead here and decide when she's ready to tell her family. That's great. But I also think there's a whole list of reasons why you don't tell your friend. And if your friend...
Think about finding out. Think about if you're the brother/friend and you find out, like, oh, what? You've been sleeping with my sister
have you ever
for the past
watched
6
a
months?
show called Friends, Dylan? That worked out great. Monica and Chandler got married, okay? And Ross was not upset, except for just a smidge at, like, for a second. And the one where Ross finds out. What a great episode. But I really think if you come to your friend and y'all are like say this works out, like they get a serious relationship and then they come to the friend and they're like, hey, we've been dating the past 5 months, but we like kind of kept it on the DL. We didn't like, we didn't want to like put a lot of pressure on stuff. We didn't want to like upset you. The brother's going to be like probably psyched.
Yeah, if you're like, look, we are in love, that's different. But what if it fizzles out after 2 months and you just find out that you've been sleeping with this guy's sister for, a couple of months or whatever, and you at any point you ever tell him, or you keep it a secret forever?
Why is the onus just on the guy?
Right. I think the sister can tell too.
I think that
Because he's the one who wrote the email.
No, I know, but we're putting
right.
all the blame as if this guy's done something wrong by keeping it a secret.
Oh no, it's on both
This
of them.
guy's lying to her brother, a family member.
No, I agree. But we're talking to the guy who wrote the email here.
The only thing I think this guy fucked up on is keeping it a secret from the jump. And like, I think he needs to get ahead of this as soon as possible. So I disagree with Sally.
No,
and
I disagree with both of you. You're going to go from the jump and be like, hey, I went out with your sister on a date, so that now your friend has the option of being like, I'm pretty uncomfortable with that. You're a scumbag and you've never dated somebody seriously in the past 5 years. Or be all up in your business about your relationship with his sister. And now there's all this pressure because your best friend's like texting you being like, hey, how'd it go with Molly? Like, she wants to know. Like, let the relationship develop. Like, you don't need all that pressure.
I just think that, and I come from a small town where people dated other people's younger brothers and sisters. So I think I might be much more numb to it. Like, this was just something that happened. And you couldn't get mad about it because you don't have a big pool to choose from.
Uh-huh.
Okay? But I just don't think that I don't think that if there's actual good intentions here, which the brother might not see the good intentions, and that's going to be an issue in and of itself. But if there are good intentions here, I don't think there should be any guilt. And I think that he needs to tell him sooner than later, and I think that you just deal with it. I think you deal with it from there if you actually like her. I don't think keeping it a secret for like months on end is a good idea, because then you're just straight up deceiving your best friend with his sister.
I'm not saying like date her for a year. I'm just saying like
I think when it's
decide if it's like a date versus like
right.
a relationship.
Okay, I'll give you that. I think you decide if it's like just we went a couple of times, it didn't work, whatever. Once it's known, it's understood that we're going to keep doing this. I think that's when you got to.
Okay, I agree with that. I'm just saying from the get-go, you're not like, hey, I matched with her on Bumble. We're gonna go for a date, because that seems creepy. Like,
if it was, I might have a completely delusional view of this, but if it was my buddy and I matched with his like younger sister on a dating app, I feel like I would almost make a joke out of it and take a screenshot and be like, can I actually take your sister on a date? Like, I actually think this might work.
Yeah.
And I don't think I would feel that guilty about doing that. To me, this is a different situation also because they're in a different city. It's not like they're all going to college together and they're roommates, and then like she's like walking in to like come hang out with everybody, and then at the end of the night they scamper up to his room and you can like hear your best friend having sex with your sister. Like these are adults now living in a separate city on their own, college graduates. They can handle themselves.
Right.
I'm not worried about them.
And I don't think like you necessarily have to have the brother / friend be like, yes, I approve, but like just kind of filling him in. Like, don't like say, is this okay with you? Be like, look, I just want to let you know this is going on, and hopefully you're okay with it. But he can't tell you not to pursue
I fucking
his
love
sister.
this. If I was the brother, I'd be psyched. I want to be invited to this wedding. Please, I hope this works out for you.
It has potential to be a really cool situation. It also has potential to wreck a friendship.
That's why I think you need to get it in front of the lie rather than keep the lie going. And just like, it might suck. And if your boy gets really mad about it and you don't want that friendship to go down the hole just because like you had a fling with his sister, then call it off.
No, that's when you bring in the sister to like plead the case of like.
Maybe you all three go to lunch and that's how you just sit them down and like, this is happening.
We're doing it.
Yeah.
I think I see total logic in both of y'all's sides, but I just think I think there are numerous right answers to this based on how close you are with the people. Like, I don't know. I just think there's a lot of different ways.
I do not see this as super deceitful. Like, for me, I'm like, his intentions are good. I think he's doing an okay thing. I do think at some point he has to tell the brother, the friend. That's great. But, like, I think if they come to him and they're like, we're dating, I really like her, blah, blah. I don't think the brother's going to be like, how fucking dare you? Like, I just don't see that happening. But maybe I'm wrong. When you confront him, let me know if I was wrong. I think he's going to be psyched. Can't wait.
Where are you in
for
your
the
family?
Lifetime movie
in
of
the
this.
order of kids?
I'm the youngest.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. I have two older sisters.
Because I was wondering if you ever had like any protective qualities when it came to like a sister
no,
thing.
I don't know what it's like to have a younger sister.
My sister's older, and I never had any protectiveness over her because she was the older one.
I felt a sense of protection over my closest sister, Haley. She's just 2 years older than me.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would have been more so if she was younger.
Yeah. It's a weirder when they're younger.
Yeah.
In terms of this situation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Man, let's do a voicemail.
Here we go.
It could have been like his fucking mom. I'm just saying.
Hey, first off, love the pod. Got a little bit of a predicament. Was wondering if you guys could give me some advice on. So me and my girlfriend recently went on a trip, and she dropped her phone, shattered it completely so it couldn't be used. And she logged into her email and a few other things on my phone. And I'd forgotten once we got back from the trip to log out of her email. Like most other things, I got a notification or something, and it was for her account. I just logged out, and I don't know why she didn't do that when she gave me the phone back, or after we were done sharing it when she got her new phone. But anyways, I got an email notification. It was the personal email she got, and it was from an ex-boyfriend of hers, and him like professing how he's still in love with her, and everything like that. And in the past, like 6 months ago, he had written her a love letter. She told me about it and all of that. And, you know, that, like, obviously she doesn't have feelings for him, and, like, that she kind of feels bad for him. But she hasn't brought up the email with me that she had just gotten, and I feel like kind of bad because technically I shouldn't even known about it because I shouldn't have had access to her email. But just out of circumstance, I did. So I was wondering if I should bring this up with her or just, kind of let it slide and just not say anything. Just let me know. I'll hang up and listen.
Interesting one. I think that because she signed into her email on your phone and you innocently saw the notification, you didn't do anything wrong, you just didn't log her out, that it's fair game to bring up. You didn't go snooping. You didn't go digging for dirt. It just hit you in the face.
We sure he didn't snoop though?
No, we're not. Because how do you know the content of the email? He mentioned that, didn't he? He mentioned it was basically like a love letter.
Yeah.
I think for the sake of the question, we need to operate under the assumption that he did not snoop.
Right. Which is how I
don't know if I
it.
believe that he did not snoop, but I think we should operate under that assumption.
Yeah, it's easy to open an email and then hit unread and it looked like no one ever saw it. Mm-hmm. He could have done that. We don't know.
It's harder to do that on text when you look at someone's text on their computer.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're on a chairlift.
Yep. Have you guys told that story on the podcast?
I think so.
I think so.
Yeah.
I was angry.
I think
I'll
you
sit-
told
Your boy
that story.
your boy took some turns on that next run. Don't lie to me. I know.
Yeah, okay. You didn't go looking for this, we hope. So because of that, I think it's within your right to bring it up with her. Like, hey, you didn't tell me about this. Let's talk about it.
I feel like she may have a reason for not bringing it up, and that reason he didn't. Okay, he did say that this has happened in the past, like 6 months ago, right?
And she brought it up.
And she brought it up. He did not say what his reaction to that was. He did say that she said, like, I don't have feelings for him. I feel bad for him, et cetera, et cetera. Possibly she got this from this ex and is like, God, like, what a loser. I feel bad for him. But it's like, I'm not going to bring it up to my boyfriend because he was so upset last time. Like, what's the point? Like, I don't feel anything for this dude. Let's move on with our lives. I'm just saying that's a possibility.
Yeah.
I don't think anything nefarious is going on, but I agree that he has the rights to bring it up with her, like, and just be like, hey, I saw this. It's because you were still logged in. Whatever. I don't mean to pry or anything like that, but I know that this has been a problem in the past 6 months. Like, just want to make sure you're over this dude.
Yeah, that's totally fair ground.
And you know what? Unfortunately, this exists for people. Like, people's exes are not over them. Like, I think Lily and Drew have had a very similar situation with a girl that Drew used to hook up with who was like a full psycho the first year they dated.
Yeah.
And like, it seems like she would like message Lily and shit. Like, at some point, you just have to like believe your significant other that they're like,
Yeah.
this person's crazy.
Would you be concerned at all that if you had access to someone's email for such a brief period of time and saw an email,
Saw that red flag. Or not red flag, sorry.
but would you assume that this is one of many? Because I would. Like, you just happen to catch the one email he sent in the last 6 months? That's pretty unlikely, isn't it?
I don't know.
There are probably more, and she's not mentioning any of them.
I had a similar situation happen to me like this one time. I was recently started dating a girl, and it was the morning time, and she decided to go take a shower, and I was watching something on her phone, and a text message came through from a guy who I knew that she had dated because of social media, and it was like, hey, just wanted to say I still really miss you, and she didn't have it wasn't like a text message, she had the previews on.
Right.
So all I saw was the first 2 lines of the text, and I was like, man, that's a morning ruiner right there. But for me, I couldn't get out of my head. And so I had to bring it up. She said everything was totally fine. She didn't miss him, blah, blah, blah. But for the next month that we were like kind of lightly dating, I couldn't get out of my head. And it really ruined everything for me. We broke up. And so like, I think you have to bring it up, but you have to have a level of trust there to understand that like, I was young and immature, and honestly, I saw no future with this girl anyway. But it was jarring enough that I was like, man, this is really taking me out of wanting to deal with this. Like, I just don't want to deal with ex issues. I'm like in my early 20s right now.
Right.
I don't need to deal with ex drama right now. There's so many other people out there. But I don't know. He needs to bring it up, I think.
Yeah, I don't think it's a problem to bring it up. And I I don't think he needs to automatically assume that she's like trying to keep something from him. There is a chance that she's just like, this is off my radar and I don't want to like deal with it.
Yeah, there's a chance that she was so little to her that she just deleted it and moved on with her life.
Yeah.
Didn't think much of it. That's
Because
very
like
possible.
also, I don't know how long they've been dating, but like at a certain point, she doesn't want to be like, hey, this dude's like obsessed with me, so like,
yeah.
you know, like you also don't want to come across like, hey, it's cool that you like me and stuff and that we're dating. I mean, obviously they've been dating for at least 6 months. Sounds like probably for a long time. Where it's just like, this dude straight up won't leave me alone. But you also like, I think if he brings it up, he should be like, you know, how did you respond to his love letter 6 months ago? Like, do you think maybe you should send like a firmer like
Right. Put a stop to
cease and desist?
Right.
So I don't know. I mean, it's a good conversation to have. I think that they're clearly in the level of a relationship where she trusts him enough to put her shit on his phone. So I think that he should trust her enough to like bring it up and assume that that's not going to like end their relationship, that they can like have a level-headed conversation about her ex and like how to proceed.
I think what you said about like putting a stop to it is very, very valid.
Yeah.
Like, why haven't you shut this off
And like
yet?
maybe that dude is a crazy person, you know? I mean, but maybe she just ignored him the first time and now something needs to be said to this dude. Like, stop sending emails to me.
Yeah, it's time to stop.
It's making my boyfriend uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Interesting. I don't know. Am I too trusting of people, you think?
Yeah, you are.
Okay.
On the podcast, you are. I think in real life, you're not.
I don't agree with that.
This guy needs. My final thing is this guy just needs to say something, or else it's going to eat him alive.
Yeah.
I almost didn't say something when it happened to me, and like
He has to say something,
Yeah,
and you're within your rights.
Yeah.
I honestly, hot take. Even if he was snooping, he still can say something. I'm just saying, when you're snooping, you lose the right to be like, I also don't trust you, so that's why. You know,
the high ground goes away.
Exactly. Like, you're always welcome to bring something up in a relationship if it makes you uncomfortable. You just lose your credibility when you're like, I was looking through your phone, versus like.
I can't believe in the same segment you just called yourself too trusting of people while also talking about how you read my text messages while I was on a chairlift.
We've already talked about this at length. You know, I was just bored and I had a corneal abrasion. So
Don't use your corneal abrasion as a crutch for this severe slip up.
I had a girl go through my phone. I was dating.
Well,
her.
I used to go through your phone all the time. You know that. Like, just looking for texts to see if you were going to propose to me. Like,
Oh my
You're a
gosh!
psycho.
yeah, and you married me, so.
I left my unlocked phone on a bed one time or something, and a girl I was dating at the time. I stepped outside to go get something out of my car, I think. Came back in, and she's like, I went through your phone. I was like, oh, what'd you find? And she pulled up a conversation. She was like deep in my DMs on Instagram. And
Ooh.
this girl that I dated prior to her, I like called her attractive or something in the DM, and she brought it up. I was like, yeah, I mean, I used to date this girl. I used to date her, and like she had a fire post. And I was like, you look good here, basically is what happened. So I had to, it was
It's like, what are you supposed to like?
Yeah, that was one of many signs that wasn't going to work out for me.
Yeah, going
Better.
going from the text messages to
Well-
the Instagram DMs, like
Well,
that's
Will
like
knew
a
that
job.
I used to look through his phone and he still proposed to me, so whose fault is that? You know?
It's definitely my fault. Do you guys know what's in your multivitamin? Sugars, GMOs, synthetic fillers, artificial colorants, not to mention animal byproducts like sheep's wool and gelatin from hooves and hides. All are ingredients you might find in a multivitamin, but Ritual? No, sir. It is not your typical multivitamin. Ritual's clean, vegan-friendly formula is made with key nutrients in forms your body can actually use, no shady extras. We've used Dylan and I use it twice a day.
Yes.
Yep,
Two a day.
we have the beautifully packaged bottle that smells like heaven.
Smells amazing. It's mint.
Makes us
minty.
feel good. The multivitamins are one of these things that like I would, if I was younger and I didn't know any better, I'd probably just go to the store and just be like, yeah, that one looks good.
Yeah.
Get
And
a
it's probably
Centrum
then I got
Silver.
hooves inside of me.
I think it's hooves, but also
Ooh, my hooves.
think about how bad multivitamins smell.
Yes.
Like, you can't even
Oh.
take them because they smell so disgusting
These
that you're
smell
gagging.
incredible.
They smell like pukey chalk.
These smell like Altoids. Like it's like
Yeah.
taking a breath mint. It's like
Yeah.
it's the greatest thing in the world.
They're actually kind of cool to look at too. They're, just
They're
like,
time release. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're clear.
sick.
They're
Well,
clear.
you know why
the
the time
transparency
release
of this
helps.
company.
Have you ever taken a multivitamin without eating food and then like thrown up because you had too many vitamins? You have to eat stuff with food.
I've never done
This
that.
never happened to you. One time in college, when I decided I was going to up my health game because I was drinking so much, I started taking multivitamins. Did it on the way to class. Did not eat anything. Straight up puked in an alley.
Really?
Well, do you know what?
They're time release though, so that
These are
that
time
keeps
release.
that
They got
from
Take whenever.
doing that.
They got vitamin D3, which helps fill the gaps in the diet, and their delayed release capsules are designed to dissolve later in less sensitive areas of the stomach, so you can take them with or without food.
Exactly.
If you're intermittent fasting and you're like, how am I supposed to take my multi-V if I'm IFing, you know? It makes you think.
Wow. You did a lot right there.
I did. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
But now it's available for men, women, teens. Ritual multivitamins are scientifically developed to support different life stages. They're for everybody. Your multivitamins are delivered directly to your door every month with free shipping always. You can start, snooze, or cancel your subscription anytime. And if you don't love Ritual within your first month, they'll even refund your order. You deserve to know what's in your multivitamin. That's why Ritual is offering our listeners 10% off during your first 3 months. Visit ritual.com/Randy to start your ritual today. That's ritual.com/Randy to start your ritual today.
Thank you, Will. We have one more, folks.
Sup, y'all? This is a fun one. We're ending on a fun note.
I think so, too.
Kind of. He does have to go to work eventually.
Yeah.
Sup, y'all? I'm starting a new job on Monday, and I'm currently trying to enjoy my last couple days of fun employment. Today, I hit the range, went and got a Christmas tree for my apartment, got a sandwich from my favorite spot, and then went back to the range when my buddy got off work and capped it off with a wine night and a rom-com.
What a day.
Great day.
What?
Crushed it. He even said, great day, crushed it.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah, wasn't that.
he
ad-lib.
murdered that day. It got me to thinking, if you had one day left of unemployment, what would your ideal day look like? Love the pod. Stay classy, San Diego.
Honestly, you can't get much better without going like a dope vacation type situation. You can't get much better than what he did.
You really can't.
I
Have you
mean, I would first of all, I would sleep in.
Yeah, sleep in step one.
Yeah, I'm sleeping in. I'm getting up at 9:30, 10.
I was gonna say 9. This is coming from someone.
Randy's cracking up. Is that not late enough for you, Randy?
Randy sleeps till 2.
Randy thinks that's insane.
Well, you gotta have time for other stuff, and it starts getting away from you.
If I wake, I have to like go back to sleep. I wake up like at 7:30 on my own, but I can force myself to go back to sleep and sleep till 9:30. I can't. Got it in me.
I can't.
It is so great to like wake up at 6 and then realize like I don't have to be at work right now, and then just go back to sleep till 9.
Mm-hmm.
So
What's the latest you've seen me sleep in the last 3 years?
7:30? No, 8. You did 8 like a couple weeks ago.
Dude, I can't do it.
Early
I
riser.
physically can't do it.
You go to bed early though. You're like an old man.
No, well he goes to bed early because I go to bed early,
Yeah, it's
and
completely.
then he like
altered my
wakes
schedule.
up at 3 a.m. and then stays awake for 3 hours.
I mean, last night last night I actively tried to stay up late. I even told Sally like I might go play some FIFA. Like I have to stay up late. I just checked my Whoop. I went to bed at 10:27.
I went to bed at 9.
It makes sense that I blacked out at our fucking Christmas dinner. I
I'm
can't stay up.
I'm about 1 a.m. every single night.
That's insane.
That's when I get tired.
I'm gonna start texting.
But
you at
okay,
midnight
here's
when I
my
can't sleep.
issue with the unemployment thing. Right now, I'm on a cycle because I wake up so early for work that I do go to bed early, at like 9:30. But last year, when I finished school before I started my job, so that like it was like a 2.5 month period, I started like cycling to the point where I was like going to sleep at 1 or 2 and then sleeping till 11 or 12 every day. Like if I allow myself to sleep in, I will do it, and then I will stay up so late that like kind of fucks up your day because no one else is like awake with you at 2 a.m. when you're just like wide awake, being like an insomniac, and then you sleep till noon and you like miss shit. You know what I'm saying? So like that's beside the point of fun employment. I'm just saying you got to keep a good schedule.
Is it trash for me to want to go to the gym on this day?
No, I mean, I
It's
think
a-
about the
it's
stuff
a-
that like I can't do when I'm working, and it's like, well, and I can't even do some of this stuff now because of COVID. Like, get my nails done, like go to appointments that I need to do, run errands. I don't really want to do that on my last day of fun employment.
Yeah.
Like, you want to fill that with fun stuff, like having lunch with a friend, taking like a 2-hour lunch. That's a fun thing.
I always just feel great leaving the gym, so I knock that out first thing of the day, and then have the rest of it to I don't know. I think it might. That sounds lame to say, but I think it might be true.
Yeah, I mean,
I enjoy it. It's
But like,
a good
think
stress
about
reliever. And
what you want to do on the day that all the days that I don't work are days that I'm like doing shit that I can't do on the days that I work, which is like just running random errands and like. Truthfully, my number one thing is probably having like a leisurely ladies who lunch type situation where like I have a lunch, like drink wine and then just like judge other people, and you're just like, this is what like fucking suburban moms get to do all the time. They just like don't work and they like sit there and like drink white wine spritzer at lunch. It's awesome. You don't get to do that when you're at work. You don't just get to like leave and have like a wine lunch.
yeah.
The longest I've been unemployed in my entire life was 2 weeks, and it was between moving down from Michigan to Grand X, and like I didn't do anything cool,
Yeah.
and I'm so bummed about it. I was so excited to get the job at Grand X, and I was so grateful for getting the job at Grand X that I probably should have said like, can I start in like 2 months? And I probably could have gotten away with that because I know other people at Grand X that started that did that. I was so excited, and I didn't want to lose the opportunity that I was like, I'll come down immediately.
2 months is too long.
It's too long.
You go crazy.
It's too long.
Yeah.
But I've never, like, I wish I would have, like, gone somewhere or done something cool. I literally did nothing besides pack and just, like, sit around. And so, like, it's always going to bug me that I never did something with the time that I had at a time when I had no responsibilities.
Yeah.
Well, that's like the thing with unemployment. Like you are unemployed looking for a job, and I don't think a lot of people do not like make the most of that time until it's like too late. Like this guy did on the last day. But like I knew that I had that 2.5 months, and we did take a really awesome trip to like the UK. That was great. And we went skiing. Like other than that, I fucking slept. That was it. Like I slept, and I guess we got a Peloton. But it's not like I was like really doing shit with my life that I was like, wow, I really look back on that period and I'm like, I crushed that. No, I did not. I slept the whole time. It was awesome. Would I take those 2 months back again and do the same thing? Probably. 'Cause I love sleeping. But like, I feel like most people don't crush it like he did on this last day.
No.
Most people like go to sleep and then go to the doctor because that's like the thing that they have to do. You know, you're not like, okay. Well, and also it's harder in COVID because you can't just like meet up with people randomly anymore.
Right.
Depending on where you live.
I
Yeah.
want to say no to golf because it would eat away the whole day.
Well, but he went to a range, so
And that's
it's not
fine.
like a full.
Yeah, but like a whole round of golf, I don't think I could.
I would love like a sunset 9.
Yeah.
Just knock out a quick like hour and a half round with my buddy.
But
Have some
he
beers.
also did something great that, like most people, I think would like go out, like maybe day drink or something. You don't want to do that on your last day of unemployment because then you don't want to show up day one of work and be like hungover.
No.
Yeah.
You got to avoid that too.
Yeah.
You can't be like going out and having a big dinner and then like being hungover from a bottle of wine the next day.
Gosh, I don't know.
I could say that I do something cool, but honestly, I'd probably just
I'd
like
just be lazy.
I'd hole up in my apartment and have a panic attack about starting work the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
what he did sounds like something that I would really like to do. Maybe I wouldn't go to the range twice, but outside of that, like I see no flaws in his plan. But anything I say is a lie because I would just be sitting in my apartment like shaking.
This is where you plug Sunday Scaries.
Sunday Scaries podcast.
Like
Listen to that.
what would be your like ideal day? My ideal day is probably like sleeping all day. I'm going to go sleep when I get done recording this. I'm psyched about it.
That's naps are awesome.
I hate naps.
I could probably nap
Naps
8
are for the
times a
weak.
day if I could.
Naps are
Okay.
great, but the rest of the day I'm useless because I'm just groggy.
That's
and,
why I don't do it.
well, you wake up, you're not fully awake. You know,
I love sleeping so much.
sleeping's great, man.
I don't even think we answered this dude's question. He did such a good job that like I
Yeah,
can't even.
We can't do better than what you did. So
I did say the lunch thing. That would be mine. But then you got to stop drinking at that point. Or you maybe have a glass of wine at night. But like, you don't want to be hungover.
well, folks, that wraps her up. Unless there's a bonus question, but we're going long. This is long for a mail-in
We're long boys.
and girls.
I don't have
All right, look, the hotline number is 888-362-6245. You can also write in at the link in the Twitter bio at Mail-In Podcast. All topics are on the table, folks. We'll talk to you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.